Hello and welcome to our class, page 64, صفحه 64, unit 4, food and drinks. میخوایم راجع به غذا و نوشیدنی صحبت کنیم. Reading. In this unit you will learn how to. در این درس این موارد یاد خواهیم گرفت. مورد اول locate and match information from a text. سریع بتونیم از درون یک متن اطلاعات خواسته شده در سوال رو پیدا بکنیم. Complete gapped sentences. جملاتی که جای خالی داره اون جای خالی ها رو کامل کنیم و correct common errors in the use of countable and uncountable nouns. بیم اشتباهات رایج هنگام استفاده از کلمات قابل شمارش و غیر قابل شمارش رو تصحیح کنیم و use some, any, much and many. Part 1. Find the foods in the picture and then put the food words in the correct column. Countable or uncountable. اول باید پیدا کنیم بعد قرار بدیم در این ستون هایی که countable و uncountable هستن. خب number 1 میگیم number 1 curry and rice. curry چیه؟ A kind of food from India. نوعی غذاست که مختص هند consisting of شامل meat, گوشت or vegetables سبزیجات in a spicy sauce که یک سس تند هم شاملش هست. Picture 1 is curry and rice. So curry and rice is an Indian dish. غذای هندیه. Number 2 is cereal. Number 3 is mashed potato. پوره سیب زمینی. Boiled and crushed until smooth. میگه بجوشونید له کنید تا اینکه صاف بشه. میشه mashed potato. Number 4 is fish and chips. fish and chips. ماهی و سیب زمینی. Number 5 is noodles, vegetables and chicken. Number 6 is chicken and salad. Number 7 is toast and number 8 is burger. Very good. ادامه سوال این بود put the food words in the correct column, countable or uncountable. کلمات قابل شمارش شامل برگر، چیپس، نودل و vegetable. کلمات غیر قابل شمارش ما cereal, curry, fish, rice, chicken, salad, mashed potato and toast. Part 2. Answer the questions. 1. Which of the foods above do you eat regularly? کدومی که از این غذاها رو به طور رایج و معمول میخورید؟ Number 2. Which do you like? کدومی که رو دوست داری؟ Which do you dislike? کدومی که رو دوست نداری؟ Number 3. What foods are typical of your country? کدومی که از این غذاها در کشور شما رایج هستند؟ Page 65. Locating information in a text. Part 3. Read the text in 1 minute. یه دقیقه متن رو بخونید. Then cover it and tell your partner what you can remember. و اون چیزی رو که به خاطر میارید به پارتنرتون بگید. A. Charles. You would think that eating with your fingers would be easy. In the US, there are only certain things you can eat with your fingers, like burgers, for example, and that's easy enough. When I went to South India, though, I realized that it is a whole new skill to learn to eat rice and curry with your fingers. You have to mix the curries together and with the rice and form a ball. Dal is particularly helpful as a kind of glue. You use your fingers, never the palm of your hand, and use your thumb to pop it into your mouth. I thought I knew where my mouth was, but my first few attempts were a disaster. There was food everywhere. Dal is a lentil curry widely eaten in the Indian subcontinent. B. Food culture shock. آلفردو نفر دوم هست میگه که For me when I travel the fast food culture always shocks me. I can't believe there are people in the world who live on junk food like burgers and just grab a sandwich for lunch. Back home food is very important to us. We cook fresh food for lunch and dinner and sit down and eat as a family at least once a day, twice at weekends. A lot of people grow their own vegetables and keep chickens. Food is part of your identity. So, what are you saying about yourself when you eat some rubbish which contains chemical and goodness knows what else? The worst things I have seen on my travels is a baby being given a fizzy drink in a bottle. This really shocked me. See, Gong Shi has. I enjoy trying food from different countries. But what interests me more is the culture and habits surrounding food and eating. In China, when we go to a restaurant with colleagues, when we are offered something, we say no thanks, even though we want it, because the person will definitely repeat the offer. In other countries, though, no means no. So, if you are just trying to be polite and don't take it the first time, you will end up with nothing. To me, it feels wrong to take something the first time it is offered. So it took me a while to get used to that when I travel abroad. D. Pauling. Being a vegetarian is so easy here in the UK that you forget that not everyone in the world understands vegetarianism. For vegans, the situation is even more difficult. Probably the best place I've been to is India, as everything is divided into veg or non-veg. So you know exactly what you are getting. In many countries, they don't even realize that there is a concept of not eating meat for ethical reasons. In many parts of the world, meat equates to prosperity. So the idea of going out for a meal and not having meat is alien to them. I've traveled to places where, as a vegetarian, all I've been able to eat is salad, fruit, and chips. I'm glad to get home where we have special vegetarian products. نفر آخر آیلین هست. I think breakfast is the meal where food culture shock really hits you. In Australia, there are certain foods you eat for breakfast and certain foods you don't. We usually eat cereal or toast, maybe yogurt and fruit. We would never eat chicken or vegetables. But when I traveled to Asia, I realized that in many places there is no difference between breakfast and dinner. Rice, curry, noodles, soup, steamed vegetables, and fish all appeared at breakfast. Even though I love all those things, I just can't face them at breakfast. Page 66, Unit 4, Part Reading, Part 4. Quickly find the following information in the text. قبل از اینکه این سوالات رو پاسخ بدیم یه تیپ به ما داده اینجا. Some questions require you to find very specific information quickly. This exercise will help you practice this skill. بعضی از سوالات نیاز داره که شما اطلاعات خیلی خاص رو پیدا بکنید. اون هم به طور خیلی سریع. این تمرین این مهارت رو به شما یاد میده. Number 1. A food that can be used as a glue. غذایی که به عنوان چسب استفاده میشد میگیم دال بود. Number 2. A meat not usually eaten for breakfast in Australia. اون گوشتی که معمولاً برای صبحونه استفاده نمیشه در کشور استرالیا میگیم بله chicken. Number 3. A country where no doesn't always mean no. کشوری که گفتن کلمه نه معمولاً به معنی نه نیست میگیم که it's China. Number 4. An example of a junk food. مثال غذای ناسالم. بله. It's burger or are burgers. Number 5. A country which is easy for vegetarians. کشوری که برای گیاهخوارا جای مناسبیه. میگیم It's India. Number 6. A food eaten with fingers in the US. غذایی که در آمریکا با انگشتان خورده میشه. میگیم It's burger or are burgers. بخش بعدی پرفریز هست. بسیار مهمه. قبلا در کتاب فاوندیشن هم راجع به پرفریز کردم بسیار توضیح دادیم. To answer some questions you need to recognize paraphrase. پرفریز یعنی چی؟ یعنی استفاده از عبارت‌های هم معنی. مثال رو نگاه بکنید. Who is concerned about healthy eating? کی نگران غذای سالمه؟ Answer Alfredo. توضیحش رو نگاه بکنید. Paragraph B doesn't use the paraphrase healthy eating, but these clues help us find the answer. در پاراگراف دوم ما چیزی راجع به healthy eating ندیدیم، اما یه سری راهنما هستن که به ما کمک میکنن پاسخ رو پیدا بکنیم. نگاه بکنید اینجا رو. The fast food culture always shocks me. دیگه چی گفته؟ What are you saying about yourself when you eat some rubbish which contains chemical الی آخر. و the worst thing I've seen is a baby being given a fizzy drink. ما با توجه به این مواردی که در پاراگراف دوم دیدیم و آلفردو گفته بود متوجه میشیم که آلفردو نگران healthy eatingه. پس نکته مهم اینه که در آزمون آیلتس حتما دنبال معنی مستقیم نباشید. گاه اوقات معنی یکسان رو با کلمات متفاوت به شما القا میکنه.